It's known as the City of Lights, but for now, a little romance in Paris must be over by 9 p.m. The French capital and 8 other cities under curfew for at least 4 weeks to try to contain a new COVID-19 surge across Europe.
It's true that it's long and people are starting to get fed up under lockdown.
A sentiment shared in the United Kingdom, where Wales has imposed a blanket 2-week lockdown in contrast to a patchwork of various restrictions in neighbouring England.
I think we all know what it means this time around. Just don't know how much more people can take with not being with their families.
While a resurgent COVID-19 outbreak in the Northern Hemisphere's winter was always on the cards, it's spreading faster than in previous waves. According to Reuters data, it took just 32 days for worldwide COVID-19 cases to go from 30 million to this new milestone of 40 million. And compare that with the 3 months it took for the first 10 million COVID-19 cases to be reported earlier this year. The US has the highest death toll in the world, and cases are also rising. But President Donald Trump is selling a more upbeat narrative.
The pandemic is rounding the turn.
As he campaigns for re-election in just over 2 weeks, Trump is offering voters a choice between an incumbent who caught COVID-19 after defying his own administration's health guidelines and challenger Joe Biden, who follows them.
This election is a choice between a Trump super recovery, which we're in right now, or a Biden depression. You will have a depression.
Owen Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.
Supporters of a socialist party in Bolivia are on track to celebrate a historic victory. Presidential candidate Luis Arce looks set to be officially confirmed as the winner of Sunday's vote after his main rival conceded. Dan Collins reports from La Paz.
Supporters of Evo Morales' movement towards socialism, or MAS party, are on the cusp of celebrating an election victory in Bolivia. A MAS party spokesperson said the party would await the final results before declaring victory.
Let's remain a little patient and await the official results of the Supreme Electoral Court. We know we need to await the legal framework, and in order to have a good celebration, we are waiting on those results.
2 private surveys based on exit polls predicted that the party's candidate Luis Arce had garnered more than 50% of the vote in Sunday's election. He has a 20-point lead over his closest rival, the centrist former president Carlos Mesa, who got around 30%. On Monday, Mesa and his Citizen Community Party conceded.
The result of this quick count is very convincing. The difference between the first candidate and us, Citizen Community, is wide. And it is up to us who believe in democracy to accept the results, be they favorable or not, and recognize that there has been a winner in this election.
From Argentina, where he's in exile, former President Morales hailed the election as a victory for socialism. He said he would return to Bolivia, although he faces criminal charges from the outgoing interim government.
Sooner or later, we're going to return to Bolivia. That's not up for debate. And yes, there are many processes which are part of a dirty war and so many lies.
The vote may have rescued Morales' political life, but he says he will stay out of the new president's way and return to where he first became a union leader.
El Alto, the high-altitude city above La Paz, has long been a stronghold for Evo Morales, but his popularity had waned in other parts of the country. His party and its new candidates, analysts say, managed to recover that support in this election.
Morales remains the figurehead of the MAS party, but supporters insist his former finance minister will be leading it. Dan Collins, CGTN, La Paz.